Hi, Komal Descent, and I welcome you all to Senior Spotlight. Here, in all these episodes, you will be learning a lot about the life in VIT Chennai and also how the placement goes and how could you actually get a good grade in the college exams. And many more exciting stuffs. So keep chilling and do like, subscribe, and share this channel. All right? Yeah. Good to go. Bye.
Good evening, everyone, and this is the episode 3 of Senior Spotlight. Me, the host Komal Singh, along with Karthikeya.
Good
Warm
evening.
welcome to you, Karthikeya.
Good evening.
So, so starting with your education and academic journey. So, can you share your journey from school to pursuing BTech and CSE with AI and ML? What inspired you to specialize in this field?
I'm from Vijayawada. I completed all my schooling here itself in local schools. I've completed my schooling in Kekia Gautam International School. Then I completed my 11th and 12th at Sri Chaitanya College. And about my BTech, I was not a AML student initially. I was not even a CSE student initially. I got into electronics and computer engineering. That's ECM. Then
Oh,
later, after my first year, then I got migrated into AIML, given like few criteria like CGPA and attendance and different all the other criteria. So that's how I got into AML.
okay.
So I always wanted to be in CSE, but I wasn't lucky enough at that time to get directly into CSE. But then later, after a year, after my first year, I migrated to AML.
Okay, okay. You definitely are lucky in that case. I would definitely say because you just you did not get it yet you got it. So most of the people do
Like
dream that,
all
but
my all my
they don't.
ECM friends currently tell me that Karthikeya, you're very lucky you got out of ECM, like in terms of
Yeah, you
subjects they
definitely are
have, in
damn
terms of
lucky.
opportunities and all. Indeed, I'm lucky.
Great. Yeah. So jumping on to the second question, how has VIT Chennai shaped your technical and personal skills? Are there any memorable projects or milestone you would like to share?
Actually, if I say this, like there are so many people who will, like slap me. You though behind VIT say so much about VIT, but now on camera you are saying so good about VIT. But honestly, although I say so many things about VIT, now being in the final year, when I look at all my journey in the past, no, I feel VIT have given many opportunities in terms of research, in terms of making resources available, providing guides. There was a lot of scope. It depends on how we are using it. So I started my research journey from my third year. So previously, even in the second year, many faculties used to tell me like, Karthike, you need to start research. You need to start doing research work. You need to work with AI. You need to work with the AML. There's a lot of research currently going on in terms of AI. So I did not have much idea at that time, but yeah, I started it in my third year, and I nearly did like 6 7 papers, including both conference and research papers. So yeah, VIT gave
Oh,
me so many resources in terms of this research, and it helped me to know many things that I did not know before, with the help of guides. My guides, they were always helpful uh, in making me like interested in certain topics, even though like before I'm not aware of such things, but later I got into things, and somehow I managed to complete all the research papers. And also in terms of clubs, chapters, I've been in NSS, I've been in Telugu literary club.
oh,
Personally, I am
wow.
into poetry. So I
Oh,
do
that's
a lot of.
nice.
I like Telugu literature. I always wanted to contribute to the Telugu literature somehow. through the TLA club, I managed to participate in few events. Uh, I like I am very grateful to TLA and NSS. So I've been to camps during my NSS days during my second year. Then VIT also gave me opportunity to conduct hackathons. I've conducted a hackathon, two gameathons, and overall it was
Oh.
a great experience. VIT did give me so many resources to build me both personally and professionally, in both technical develop my technical skills and both personal leadership skills and all.
Hmm. Agreed. Given your point about clubs, I just got a question in my mind that is it fair to say that hostelers have this sort of, club activities? The involvement of hostelers is more than day scholars because, they go home and
Yeah,
they have other personal, life outside the campus, and the hostelers stay within that, and, they are in the good positions. They have the authority or something. Is it fair to say?
I mean, uh, it
How?
happens. I also feel in that way. But given like hostelers are available 24/7, but day scholars are not available 24/7. If we take the camps itself, NSS camps, you have to go to the camp early in the morning. By 7 a.m., the bus starts, and we reach late in the nights. So it's not that
Oh.
all the day scholars, get to stay, get permissions at home, then managing the statistics like transport and all at at the late hours is hard. So given such other problems, so I think yeah, given such scenario, definitely hostlers have a bit of advantage compared to day
Yeah,
scholars.
they have this. Yeah, exactly. And when I
Even
speak to my
in some
friends,
clubs,
the
some
hostlers.
activities like activities related to techno VIT, vibrance. In such
Mm-hmm.
activities, few people in few clubs, party do working even in the nights. They work in the nights. They stay
Oh.
like up all the nights working. So yeah, these can be done only by the
Mhm.
day. Sorry, by the hostlers, not by the day scholars.
Exactly. Because, yeah, hostlers also have their roommates and stuff. So networking from any branch is possible for only hostlers is what I experience, from these stories I get from my friends. So it's based on that. I have no issues with that. Just asking your opinion. So yeah, got it.
And networking is
So jumping on.
one of the like biggest advantage I've got in VIT, of course. Like the networking I've had, like even I am in two different schools. Like initially I was in Sense School, then I came to Scope School. So the
Mm,
networking I
yeah.
can bridge between the Sense and Scope School for some projects, and
Uh,
that's wonder that's like really a good advantage I've had networking.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. So, coming on to the third point, with such a rigorous academic schedule, how do you manage to stay consistent and excel in your academic? We want to know the secret formula. India wants to know.
So me personally, I'm a Sri Chaitanya student. So there's this thing called
Oh
Sri
my God,
Chaitanya student can go through any amount of stress. It's just you have to go with the flow,
can relate to it.
especially during the fast track semesters where we used to give two exams in one day, and also
Yeah,
like we used to have slot by slot exams for fats also. So yeah,
yeah,
rigorous schedule, of course. VIT has a rigorous schedule. VIT sometimes gives a amount of stress to students, but if we go with the flow, if
definitely.
we make a better plan, if we don't procrastinate assignments like I do a lot of procrastination. If we don't procrastinate things, then obviously we can manage the schedule in a better way. I prefer going out with
That's
friends
true.
and submitting my assignments on time. So,
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know how people are able to do that, but yeah, that's crazy. And talking about the rigorous schedule, um, see, I personally met so many people who say that by doing these DAs assignments, and if you're not aware of, I guess this year or the earlier year, what happened was. These professors started giving projects as DAs.
Oh
So
yeah.
there are
Of
so
course,
many
yeah.
soon, juniors telling me that, Akka, it is really difficult. I don't know what to do with this, that, and all. I feel my brain is drained by the end of the semester. And many of the what to say juniors were girls, so they are not allowed to go out as you guys go out for trips and stuff, so they were just asking. So like, the question here is, how what are the tips which you might give to your juniors in such a situation? How can they feel relaxed during this, sem exams? Because the whole cat 1, cat 2, between that itself, they'll have so much of rigorous projects, DAs, and nowadays the professors started giving them, record your DA, like whatever project you have done, record it and then submit it, or handwritten or quiz, like for different, subjects all together. So, how any tips would you like to share to them?
Yeah, before sharing the tip, I just hope none of my faculties watch this podcast. But yeah, I'm gonna share my secrets here. Uh, it's just that uh, I used to do is like, for example, in 4.1, I did not do a single new project. All the projects I submitted are like,
Oh,
I used to take the projects from 3.2 itself and add some part of novelty. Like if I am doing a
okay,
model, I used to make a different model and make a comparison model, or I used to convert into a multi-model, or I used to add a bit
okay,
addition to the existing projects that I've done in my 3.2. This helped me in, like kind
oh,
of knowing the project in depth, and
mm-hmm,
understanding how different models work. Since I'm telling you,
mm-hmm,
like I used to do this comparison kind of things, I used to know like
mm-hmm,
when I'm making comparison kind of papers, I used to know like where one model is advantageous in a particular place where the other model is not. So I used to understand the
mm-hmm,
models, understand the project in depth. It helped me in that way. And also, when I told I made like nearly 6 papers, 7 papers, they're all part of my academic papers. They are not, extracurricular, out of my
mm-hmm,
syllabus. I used to do them as DS itself. And the one more thing
okay,
is, if we ask faculties, if we give them a genuine reason, if we ask them sweetly, anyone would, definitely agree on, extending the time for some more days, extending the deadline for a day or two, because to be honest, all the faculties I've had for my 4.1 helped me a lot. They've understood the schedule we had, how we had to manage. They've understood how we had to manage our placements, our courses, our projects. Additionally, we had to do a 3 credit project this semester, so they helped us a lot in
oh,
terms of deadlines, in terms of the
mm-hmm,
complexity of the projects and all. But yeah,
mm-hmm,
faculties do relate with us. Faculties do know that we are going through a lot. They'll help us, even if we get stuck at any point of the project. At least my faculties helped me. Actually, I couldn't even complete one project for a particular subject this semester, but faculty was so
oh,
sweet. She understood my problem. She graded it accordingly. I'm not saying
mm-hmm,
she give me good grade. I mean, in terms of the DA 3 marks. I'm not saying she gave me a good
okay,
score, but she,
mm-hmm,
the concern she showed, she tried to understand student perspective, student point of view. So faculties do
mm-hmm,
understand us. I'm not saying all faculties do, but most of the faculties do understand us. And yeah, you can, instead of taking it like adding new project every time. You can develop the existing projects. You can add some new things, new versions to the existing projects that you did. I'm not saying you go to the GitHub, copy the projects and come. You must have done some projects past. You can definitely use the projects. And when if it is a group project, if not you, then some other person in the group will be having projects that they do in the past. Definitely you can add some extra to that. If it's like what extra I've added in my 4.1 projects is, to all the projects I've done in my 3.2, I've added explainability frameworks and interpretability to all the projects that I've done in my 3.2, and I repeated the same
Okay, okay,
like
that's
very
cool.
little amount of novelty info one.
Mm. Okay, so as you spoke about the research papers, if I were like, if just imagine I am a junior who is, trying to start working on a paper and want to publish it. So could you just explain the process of how teachers, the actors of between you and the published journey?
Yeah,
So
so this
explain
is
the process
usually
as
done
well
in
as
two
the
different.
tweaks.
You're saying something.
Hmm.
Is there
No,
more
I'm just
to?
asking. No, I'm just asking. Just explain the process along with the tips and tricks. Whatever you have already written 6 papers. You might definitely know what are the what are the flaw loopholes you can use or something according to your experience. Just explain whatever you know.
So, like this is usually done in two different ways. One, we can either publish in a journal or a research paper, and the other ways we can do a conference paper as well. So, people
Okay.
might be thinking that they don't know particular domain, they have to start with it. They do confuse like how to start with it. Even I was in the same situation in my second year. I did not know how I'm gonna do it. I had no idea even in the third year when I'm starting the research paper. So this is what research is. You need not have any prior knowledge. You do not need to have any kind of expertise in the domain. Research is that you keep
Mm-hmm.
on searching what is already there in order to present it in a better way, like add some novelty, understand it in a better way. You can add your point of view to what is already there. Initially, you can go to any faculty. You can choose your domain. If you already have a domain, then that's fine. If you do not have a particular domain, then you can choose a faculty, take the help from the guide to choose the domain. They will help you with the problem statements. Then you can do the literature survey. When you do the literature survey, you do understand what the problem is, what your solution is going to be, what your approach would be, how you can add novelty to the existing work, how you can combine different works. So this is how, like, once you do the literature review, you'll have a clear picture of what you're going to do. Then you can discuss with the
Mm-hmm.
faculty in terms of novelty, the part I mean how much novelty you need to put at which part of the project, the novelty you have to put. And then that's it. You can execute it. Then you can show the results. You can make a paper. For writing the paper also, you have so many tools. Like, I'm not saying ChatGPT is not a tool. I'm saying in the terms like there's, you have to correct the grammar. Grammarly is a tool. You can just read from the literature and write what you understand. What personally I do is I read the paper, I write it in my own words, the same thing that's there. Then I correct it using tools like Grammarly or Guildbot or
Mm-hmm.
something. I mean, I don't exactly remember the name. So yeah, these all we can use.
Okay, that's not an issue.
So we can
Okay,
use
okay,
these tools
that's
to correct
nice.
grammar and all, and that's how. And
Okay,
Kelly
okay.
is doing a great job, handling the expenses for the papers.
Mm,
I mean, I don't know if the
mm,
faculty is doing it or if the faculty is bearing it, but yeah, I haven't paid a single
mm.
penny. I haven't taken a single penny from my pocket for the work.
Yeah, that's true. I can agree to that. So it was a really nice answer, and I hope the juniors watching would definitely work on their papers
Yeah,
and think of publishing it.
yeah.
So yeah, jumping on to the section two. Coming on to section two, projects and technical expertise. So it's a general question from juniors and from my point of view too. So, while doing any project, how do you come up with, that perfect? You can't say perfect, but yeah, the project's name or the title. Who does it suggest you? Is it professor or you do your research? Being a nerd will help you to select that title. Could you just give some light on this?
Being an ad will definitely not help for picking the projects. That's one thing. And you know, it's just that, see, if it's a academic project, I would pick them based on
Hmm.
the topics I have. Like, I would start my project mostly after cat 1. Our DA ones are like
Okay.
mostly after cat 1. So
Mm-hmm.
at least projects for DA one would be only the title and that. So we'll start the project only after
Mm-hmm.
cat 1. So mostly all my
Okay.
projects would either be related to the subject curriculum. I mean the course topics what we have. For example, if it is
Mm-hmm.
explainable AI, they would be like sharp and line models. If it's AI/ML, they
Mm-hmm.
would be like ML models, the classification regression. If it's DL, we have sentiment analysis models, sequence models like that.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my academic projects are based on the subject components what we have. Other than that, research projects,
Okay.
if I'm sure about the domain. So what I do is like this particular project, what we did, we have done ASD detection for our PJT. So this particular project, how we
Mm-hmm.
proceeded is like we have seen what are the trending topics. We have listed out six, seven
Mm-hmm.
topics. Then we discussed the topics with the faculty. Even the faculty helped us with two, three different titles. Then
Okay.
we have discussed like how feasible they are, how we can like how much understanding we have with respect to the topic, and then we proceeded by choosing the particular topic. And yeah, the titles of the projects always need to be catchy, and that's one suggestion I give.
Okay. 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 That's
Like
good.
the titles
Actually,
we
yeah,
have in
even
Instagram,
our
people
professors
are
do.
very, very forward in making catchy captions for Instagram. Same way, it works the same way. We have to make some catchy titles for our research papers too.
Okay, good. Gen Z kids do make a point of this, note this point so that it'll definitely help you in future in your
Yeah,
college life. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Would you like to add more points on this topic, or let's jump to the section
Yeah, we
three?
can jump to the next section. I mean, there's
Okay, okay,
nothing much
okay.
I could share about technical expertise. Like, you will gain it during your course period. You will get it, obviously. You need not listen from someone, because there's nothing I can guide
Mm-hmm.
for you to how you have to learn things. So, yeah.
That's true. That's true. So coming on to section three, internship experiences.
Yeah.
So, talking about your experiences, what was your biggest learning as an AI ML associate consultant intern at PMCGS?
So one challenge we faced during this internship is that that was the first time I'm working with any real data set. So whatever the data set we work for our
Oh,
academic projects, they are from sources like Kaggle or different database sources. So they were like cleaned data sets, they were
hmm,
organized and all. So this particular data set is a
hmm.
real-time data set where the data is directly collected from the systems and given to us. So there were
Oh, nice.
challenges while particularly dealing with these data sets, because most of the data is
Mm-hmm.
missing. Sometimes we have to handle with missing data manually, and sometimes we used different interpolation techniques. So yeah,
Mm.
We have to group the data, we have to clean the data, everything by ourselves. That was the most challenging part because we've never worked with a real time data set, and that's a good experience as well. And with the data set, when we saw the data, I also learned this, that I should not presume any thing before starting or cleaning the data set.
Mm.
While seeing the data set, we just thought that this is a sequential data set. We can use some sequential model and all, time series model and all. But yeah, no, I was wrong. After cleaning the data set, after going through the data set, analyzing it, doing the analysis, exploratory data analysis, we've got to know that there's more than just a time series in this data set. We have used different models, we have compared the models. So yeah, we have kind of
Okay.
integrated knowledge from different teammates. We've discussed, we've had
Uh,
sessions, we have several meetings, and then finally we completed the project successfully.
okay, that's cool. So, you did another intern, I guess, as MERN stack intern.
Yeah, so
So,
this
tell me about
contract
you.
internship, yeah, this Monstack internship was like given by CDC itself. It's by Atanas, Code Mitra. If you know, even you should have done this. If I'm not wrong, most of the people,
Yeah, yeah.
90% of people do this internship. There's not much that I can say about this. Like there are different, there are like multiple tutoring sessions, tutorial sessions we need to
Mm-hmm.
attend, and
Mm-hmm.
then we do a final project in like, they'll give us a time for 3 weeks, maybe we do the project in last 3 weeks and we submit the project. It was a good time. We had a team. We had to attend the classes, call it anything, classes or tutoring sessions, anything. We've attended them. We did a project. Yeah, we've done a job
Mm-hmm.
platform. Although
Okay.
I wouldn't say
So,
that so much of my role in this, but yeah, it was a good
mm-hmm.
experience as a whole. I've learned a lot during this internship as well.
Okay. Okay, so just a curious question. How did you get into PMCGS, as an intern? Like, was it referral or did you apply it via LinkedIn so that you can, give some pro tips for the juniors to,
Yeah, so this
apply when in
PMCGS,
their time period?
this PMCGS,
Mm.
I got this internship through my proctor. I'm very grateful for
Okay.
her. She's a Riverasi, she's a sense faculty. Yeah, definitely
Oh.
you can always go to your faculties and ask them for any openings, or they have their friends.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously they are. They're more experienced than us in this particular field. They do have
That's true.
few connections outside. They even bring people for seminars for our contemporary
Hmm. Yeah.
eighth module
Yeah.
guest
Yeah.
lectures.
The last module, right? Yeah. Last module. So
So
yeah.
yeah, they do have
I would also like. Yeah.
connections with the market. They do have idea about the market. So yeah, they will definitely help you out. You can always go to a faculty and ask them for any internship opportunities. Not only
Definitely.
internship, even job opportunities, research opportunities. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm not sure about the job, but yeah, internship, I definitely
No,
know that you can
yeah,
go
to
ask.
be honest, my faculty, I wouldn't tell the name. I don't know if the faculty is comfortable. At a particular point
Yeah,
of
yeah,
time,
not an
I
issue.
even got depressed that none of my campus placements is working out. He actually gave me a job
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. He gave me a HR contact, asked me to contact him. I've sent a mail. I even got a reply. It worked. But although I didn't take that offer, it
Oh,
worked. So
okay,
it
okay.
was a
That's
AI
cool.
company based in Tambaram.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
startup.
That's nice. So yeah, folks, if at all you guys are facing any sort of issue, you can just have. So when you can go and ask your proctor is fine, but you should also maintain that sort of
Connection.
relationship with them, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
definitely.
must have they must trust you in that case so that their name doesn't go wrong when they refer you to their contacts, is what I can tell you.
Something I would
So yeah,
highlight, trust, when you said, I don't know why most of my faculties trust me. I don't know what they see me, what they see
yeah.
in me. But I've had this blessing,
Hey,
like
that
most
nine
of my
pointer,
faculty.
perks.
No, it's not like that. It's not exactly like that. See, not all of my
Mhm.
faculties even know that I'm a 9 pointer. They, when I say them I'm a nine
Oh
pointer,
my
they
God.
even get shocked. Some faculties, it's necessarily not
Okay.
that you need to be a 9 pointer. They will know your capability.
Hmm.
They can assess you well. They are in this profession where they do it's their job, to assess you in different ways personally, not even,
Hmm.
not just only your academic skills. They do assess you in different ways. So yeah, they have that idea. You have to build that trust. You have to give them that thing, ki this guy can do this successfully.
Yeah,
At
that's
least you need to
and
give that thing that this guy is interested in learning. This guy is showing that
yeah.
excitement to learn and all.
Yeah, that's true. Talking about this, during my internship period, they gave us everyone here. You must, if at all you don't know, let me tell you that VIT will offer you some sort of duration around 5 to 6 months
Hmm.
to search for internship and do it. You will get that credit. So during that time, I had two options: either to go to an offline office or a company and go work as an intern, or buy some courses which was offered by CDC,
I'm not a
like
right
Google,
person to
Monster,
actually
and
answer
stuff.
this, because if you see my even the resume, I had like 5 months holidays.
Mm,
So initial 3 months of my
mm.
initial one and a half of month of my holidays, I was doing online summer research internship with CCPS, Center for Psychophysical
Oh,
System.
oh,
Then after that 2 months, I've been doing AWS certification, then MERN stack certification, and then after that, during November and December, I was covering this PMCGS private limited internship. So I actually
okay.
did all the courses. I've done the internship as well. I had both the things in my hand when I had to submit the certificates, which actually got me 99
Okay.
for that particular course.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Really awesome. So yeah, actually I had that question. It is like what are the certification that you did, and how did it benefit you to get to attain this sort of placement, super
Yeah.
dream offer? Is that like, is it a dilemma that no, we have to do certification, or it is like upon your skill? If at all, even in college by seeing YouTube videos you're able to attain that knowledge, then certification is not required. Why to pay so many thousands of money to VIT, as well as to such Coursera or Udemy? So I just want your point of view in this.
I This opinion is completely personal. So whatever I say now is
Okay.
completely personal. I'm not saying there is
Okay.
a particular correct way to answer this. So
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, you people, I guess, have this AWS course which we did not have. See, if you are making any
Mm-hmm.
projects, if you are doing MERN
Mm-hmm.
project, MERN stack project, if you have studied it from somewhere else, not by the courses from CDC, if you have done it from Coursera, or if you have done on Udemy or even YouTube, you have strong projects related to the particular you know the uh, course, like particular technology. If you have a strong project with
Mm-hmm.
particular technology, you can mention the project. You can, if you are mentioning your experience, you need not mention any certificate. If suppose you do not have any
Oh.
project, you do not have any experience in particular technology, then you can show your certificate. If you, for example, if you're having experience, showing, like if you show some internship experience, or if you're showing some academic project experience, or maybe research experience, then it's very obvious, it's evident that you have worked with it, and you have enough knowledge to work with the particular technology. You need not need
Mm.
some so and so third party certification to certificate you. So that's what I believe.
Yeah.
If you're having strong projects, if you're having strong experience with the particular domain, then definitely you can do the internship and mention your these experiences along with the internship. I
Okay,
would suggest
got it.
going for the
So myth
internship
busted.
in just 2 words. Like, I
Yeah.
would not confuse you much. I would say
Mm,
certifications are also as much as important as your internship. But if you're doing
mm,
the internship, you will have that corporate experience. You will have that real. You'll be exposed to the market. So yeah. So
that's true. That's true.
internship is a
So, yeah, agreed. So, jumping on to section 4, internship experiences again. Seriously? Yeah, okay. This,
bit
your
like,
current super dream internship.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, tell me about, how did you, how was your placement journey?
For the
Starting from,
particular
I'm
company
pretty
or
sure.
overall journey.
No, the overall journey, and then coming to this company, how were your struggles, like mentally, physically, emotionally, how vulnerable you were?
I wouldn't call it
So I'm
vulnerable
talking about
and
that.
all, but yeah, I would share my experience. Yeah, even
Mm,
there was a phase where I was so depressed, but not. There were my friends who helped me a lot. To start with the experience, I don't know how it would have been in a normal time, but the given particular crisis period where I call it IT
mm,
crisis period. I don't know if I'm 100% correct, but for me, I felt it like a crisis period. But because all the companies are only recruiting is it 4 people, 5 people, they're not even recruiting more than 10 people.
mm.
I've given
Honestly, I heard that the market is down in
yeah,
your placement era, if I'm
yeah,
not sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So during this crisis period, I was like, not even I gave nearly 100 exams, 100 placement exams,
Oh
100
my God.
tests, and I've given more than 12
Mm-hmm.
interviews. And among them, I've been to
Oh,
final round for like 3 or 4 companies also. 3 companies, I guess.
okay.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I would. It's not an experience that I can put it in a word. It's not experience that I can tell it in few words also. Uh, I
That's
mean,
true. I can feel you.
if
We
I
do have
recall it,
empathetic,
if I
people
I
feeling
don't
you.
want anyone, not only me, if I recall it, I don't want anyone to go through that again. But obviously,
Oh my God.
this phase helped me a lot. I was not as patient
Okay.
before. I was not as hopeful before, but I became very hopeful during the process. I became very patient during the process. I started believing the correct time should come, the correct, you have to be at the correct place. A senior told me this. You have to be
Yeah.
at the correct place at the correct time. I started believing it. It's
Mm,
not that now I got placed. I'm telling you this. I've
mm,
always believed in it, and the support system is definitely my friends. There were times where definitely people will break out. I just assume, at least I did during this process. There were times I did break out. My friends helped me. Um, I've had to talk with my faculties. Spoke to my friends. This particular friend, my friend Divyan, she always used to say Shraddha Saburi,
mm,
patience
mm,
and the dedication, which definitely helped me. I don't want to add much to it because whatever I say, it would be like, okay, this guy is standing in a better place, no, so he will say anything. So I don't want to give that
mm,
kind of I don't want to give that kind of uh, projection to anyone. So I don't want to project that.
mm,
That's why I'm putting it very short. Yeah, your time have to come. Your time will definitely come. You just need to wait until your time comes. You have to be hopeful. If this is not the company, there's one more company waiting for you. When I had my first interview, I did not know that I'm gonna sit for the interview third time. When I had my third interview, I did not know there's a 10th time. And when I had my 10th interview, I did not know that this particular 12th time. Definitely
That's true.
not today, tomorrow is gonna be our day. It's not that every day is ours. It's also not
Mm.
that we should know everything. Yeah, even I did not answer even 90% of questions in some interviews. I have answered like I could answer
Mm-hmm.
only, but I could perform only 40%, 40 to 50% in some interviews. And I believe that does not define me, because it's not that everyone know. Definitely, your time will come.
Oh.
Everyone's time will come. If not today, it's tomorrow. It's not that
Mm-hmm.
every day is ours. We just need to wait. We just need to be
Yeah.
hopeful. And also, it's not that you have to give your 100% in every other interview. It's like it's impossible. uh, it's not like,
Mm-hmm.
at least for me, I did not give at least 95%. I mean, I could only answer 90% of the questions even in the Tekion interview. So it's not that you have to
Mm-hmm.
know everything. Not everyone will know everything. But one thing I would highlight is you should show that attitude that you're able to learn. You should show that attitude that you're interested in learning. Am I supposed to pause?
Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. Just continue.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
not that, yeah, there were times where I could perform only 40%. I could only answer only 40% of the questions. I still believe that this
Mm.
does not define me. Just because I answer 40%, that does not mean I know nothing. It's just that that wasn't my day. That day wasn't my day. The questions from maybe from a particular domain that I'm not so sure about. So there were different things that contribute. So it's not only
Mm-hmm.
your technical expertise or something else. There were so many things, like for this particular interview, I'll not name it. I had the interview. The
Mm.
interviewer did not conduct my interview for 10 minutes. She came. She asked
Oh.
my introduction. I gave my introduction. Then she asked me one question in uh, SQL. Then I coded it. She did not even tell it's correct. She did not even tell it's wrong. She was like, "That's fine. We are fine with it. We can proceed. All the best and all." I do not know what to do
Mm.
at that time. Like, there were a few scenarios where even the interviewer woke up from his chair and he was like, "All the best for your future endeavors," and all. So yeah,
Oh,
sometimes interviewers will test you. You have to go through it. You have to, stay strong. Yeah,
that's true.
that's all I could say.
Mm. Okay. So talking about your Techion recruitment process, how many tests and what were the questions, if you could share? What were like, the interview questions? Like I'm not sure whether coding rounds or whatever rounds, how many rounds? Just tell me the process in short.
Yeah. So initially there was an online assessment where we were given some multiple choice questions, MCQs, and then there were two coding
Okay.
questions. I've done most of the
Okay.
MCQs, and I've done one coding question completely, and the other coding question I could do
Okay.
solve only half. 60-70% of the test cases passed, and after
Okay.
online test, we've had our first technical round. It lasted for like 1 hour. So during my first technical
Mm-hmm.
round, they focused mostly on the DSS skills. I was asked to code
Mm-hmm.
two medium level questions on lead code. We had to code on live
Okay.
in the lead code itself. Uh, and then
Oh,
he asked few questions from my resume related to machine learning as well, like time
okay.
variance and bias trade-off, and few other questions. And then he also asked this particular question related to oops, the difference between abstract class and the interface and all. These are exactly the questions that he
Okay.
asked me in the first round. There were two medium questions.
Mm-hmm.
One was cocoa eating banana, and I don't remember the other question. It was related to some arrays only. I do not remember the
Okay.
question exactly, but yeah, it was one of the
Okay.
medium questions from lead code. It was related to
Mm-hmm.
substrings and all. sub-array, I mean,
Okay, okay.
sub-array.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we've had the second technical round. Uh, Tekion personal, like it tested my patience a lot. So all the other
Oh,
process were like 1 day, but this particular process took nearly 10 days. So for each and every
damn.
round's result, I had to wait for 3 4 days. Then I used to have it in different
Okay,
intervals, and finally I had
okay.
my HR round, which was only for like not even 10 minutes proper. It was only 8 minutes, and yeah, then I got that. So second technical round was
Okay,
mostly about
so
my CS fundamentals, and he asked one coding question and one OS coding. One OS coding, he asked me to code for one scheduling algorithm, and the other coding question was,
okay,
we had this LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, we have this second connection,
okay,
third connection, and all. First connection and all. I have to code for the particular, like if it's a first connection, how is it a second connection using graphs.
okay, okay. Mm-hmm. So, can you just tell me what were your HR round questions? Because most of them flung here, based on their, soft skills, which is really essential.
Yeah.
And people think that technical skills are enough, and soft
No, not
skill is
exactly.
like, you know.
There are few companies
So
that
yeah,
prioritize this HR round. They conduct this HR round as the first round and the technical round as the second round. I've attended
exactly.
few companies like that. Optum was one among them. So
Okay.
HR questions, in the sense, mostly they would be behavioral questions, situation based questions, challenge, like they'll ask the same questions what we had. Which topic was which project was challenging, what the challenges you faced during your internship, or maybe like if there is a quarrel, there's a, I mean, like change, difference in opinion among two different people in the team. How would you manage it? Um, Such questions I had, and I had to explain my final year project to them. So I had my PPT. She was very happy with the presentation. I even asked her, like I
Okay.
directly asked her, saying, like what attracts you from a candidate, what you exactly look in a candidate in HR perspective. She answered me like it depends
Mm-hmm.
on person, it's different from person to person. To Like on a general note, they also would see how the attitude, how much excitement he's showing in order to learn, how much interested he is in learning new things, how much adaptable he is, how much agile he is. So the similar things,
Mm-hmm.
even all the interview in the most of the HR rounds, I face the similar questions.
Okay, okay, that's cool. So, any tips for preparing, for such rounds?
For HR rounds,
Where which websites? No, no,
for
no.
HR rounds,
Overall, coding, HR,
overall, yeah.
any websites where you can go.
One thing is, what our generation, at least people from our time, I mean your time and my time, one of
Mm,
the, and all the people
mm,
also after us, one of the advantage we have is chat
mm.
GPT. ChatGPT
Haha,
helps
that's
you
right.
in so many ways. I'm not saying that you have to know the
Mm,
answers from the ChatGPT. I'm saying know the
mm,
different questions. You can pose so many questions to yourself. You can ask so many questions. You can upload your projects to the
mm,
ChatGPT. You can ask so many complimentary questions. You can ask so many
mm,
challenging questions related to the project. You can know the project in a better way. Scan your resume at every corner. You should know your resume. Even by closing your eyes, you should be able to talk out the resume. And then
mm,
about the HR round, you have various platforms like Geeks for Geeks. I always, before a
mm,
interview, I always go to Geeks and Geeks and find top 50 questions in OS, top 50 questions in CS fundamentals, so top 50 questions in ML, like that. I search a lot. Then I go to GPT and ask top 50 questions in OS. just for revising. I'm not saying this is the only
Mm-hmm.
preparation that you should get. The general preparation,
Mm-hmm.
everyday preparation includes understanding the topic in depth, but the final step of refreshing the topics, the final step of re-revising the topics includes knowing the top 50 questions and uh, just check if you are able to answer the top 50 questions or not. If you're not, just go through them once or twice, just know where you're lacking. You can, always go back and see, study and update yourself. Even if not for this interview, there's always a next chance. If not for this particular time, there's always a next interview. You have to get better for every other interview. Personally, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't understand what I was lacking until one faculty told me, like, I was not lacking technically. I was not lacking in terms of even behavioral questions also. In terms of behavioral questions, I even won this upskillathon event, which was a mock interview. There were like series of rounds, like marketing round, HR round, shoot ad shooting round. Then there was mock
Mm-hmm.
interview round. So there were so many rounds. I performed in that competition. I mean, not, I don't call it a competition. It was a club activity. I even won in this club activity during my
Okay.
early time, during my early semesters only. Like, I guess it's third semester, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Oh, it's I was well in behavioral answering behavioral questions. I was good even in answering technical questions. It's just that your time
Mm-hmm.
has to come, and the way you communicate, gets improved with each and every interview. The way you
Mm.
When I was giving 12th interview, I just know what the interviewer is gonna ask me, what's in his head, what's the correct
Yeah.
answer to give. Like, see, it's that
Mm.
even though you know so much topic, even if
Mm.
you are like familiar with the topic, you do not know the particular part of the topic that that hits the interviewer. It's not that the interviewer do not need the prefix,
Mm.
interviewer do not need the suffix. He needs only the root word. You just need to find that root answer
Mm.
among the all the knowledge you have. So in all the knowledge
Mm.
you have to know that root answer. You have to answer the particular thing that hits the interviewer. So it took me time
That's
to
true.
answer in that way. Like, earlier I used to answer also, but my answer would be like 10 marks answer for 2 marks questions. Then later I improved myself and I got, you know I shortened down the answer, and I narrowed it. I came to the particular and correct most apt answer.
Okay. Okay.
How-
So there's this question which I had in my mind, that if you had a boon to go back to your placement journey before the placement starts, what were the things you would have done to improve your placements better? Like, where did you lack and where did you
One
what
thing
are
I
the
would
things,
say:
as
never
in
blame your
you?
past. Never blame your past. There's
Okay.
nothing you can do sitting down and saying that it's I should have done that, I should have done this and all. Yeah, even 2 3 times I felt the same thing. I should have done that and I should have done. But for the people have to do it present, for them I'm saying, whatever you do, just have the long term goal. Do not have it in a short term. uh, Different people have different aspirations. It does not work the same way for
Mm,
everyone as it works for you and as it works for me. So, like,
mm,
when I was preparing for my interview, I started talking to seniors from the third year, second year, second semester itself. They
mm,
asked me to start doing research. I've done research. They asked me to start doing certifications. I've done certifications. I've done good projects. Then they asked me to do the internship. I've done internship. Even still, after doing internship, after doing project, after doing certifications, research, and doing so many things, there's always something you feel like I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have done
Yeah,
this.
I should have done. Yeah, that's true. That
So
is a
yeah, there's
human mentality,
no,
of course.
yeah. So now there's no point blaming yourself or blaming the situation or blaming someone else. Whatever happened, happened. So for someone who is planning at present, just plan it
Mm.
for a long term, long, have a clear view, clear path, have your clear goals, know yourself. First know yourself, do SWOT analysis, know what your opportunities are, know what your threats are, where you stand when compared to others. I'm not saying compare yourself with others in technical stuff and all, just for a reality check. Do not take it seriously, but just compare yourself for just knowing your opportunities. Maybe do the SWOT analysis, talk to your faculties. Everyone will be having one or other person who knows you a better way. Maybe the friends, peers, parents, family, or faculty. Just take opinion. What they think suits you better. Then you think about it in a different dimensions. Uh, yeah,
Mm.
I do not need, like, I don't have to give some suggestion to overthinkers like me, because they already know what they're doing. But someone other for other people, it's just that have the SWOT analysis, compare yourself, know your opportunities. That's it.
Mm. So I was
Really
curious
answer that
because
question.
the duration has, yeah, is so long. So I'll just ask you this last question, and then
Yeah,
we'll wind up so
exactly.
that
Before you
you know.
asking me, I think I'm not be able to answer the first question, because where I'm placed, where the domain I'm placed is not even related to AML. But I am personally very interested in data, working with data. I got this interest from
Okay.
my relative, from my brother and sister, who I don't even know that data science exists until they introduced me to this particular thing. So
Okay.
if
So
you ask
go
me
with
where I
the
see
second question.
myself
What
in,
advice would you?
yeah, if
Mm.
you ask me where I see myself, I might not be like where I contribute to data, AIML, I might not answer it. But my vision for
Okay.
AIML is, nowadays people are using AI and ML for making things easier, but they're
Mm.
also using it, but they also have to. I mean, sorry, I will answer this again.
That's not an issue. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I might not be able to answer how I will contribute to AML in next 5 to 10 years, because I, even though I'm
Mm.
very interested, I don't know how the circumstances gonna be. But I would always
Mm.
prefer going to work with, like, I would always prefer to work with AML, to work with data again and again. But if you ask me my
Mm-hmm.
vision for AML in next 5 10 years, I would say that people use AI to make existing things better. Like, they do use AML for making daily life activities easier. They're also
Mm.
they're also using it for doing the works that humans can't do. But we also have to
Mm.
focus in this particular domain. We're doing things that humans can't do. So this particular domains
Mm.
more than the other domain,
Mm.
where
That's true.
doing things, where making things easier.
Mm. So, what would you give an advice to your juniors who wanted to pursue the field of AIML?
AML is constantly updating domain. I always,
Mm.
had this thing ki I have to work with such kind of domain that updates constantly, because I am not
Mm.
a stable person. I always want some challenges. I always want a change in the environments and all. So
Okay.
working with AI ML, there's no end. You can always find
Mm.
something new. You can always find something new even from the existing things. Forget about the new
Mm-hmm.
things. Even in the existing things, you can always develop new thing. And it's
Mm.
like in terms of career also, it's always a growing field, AML. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
it's a better place to be, to see myself in AML. Where I did not get the opportunity. If I'm going to go for my masters, I would obviously choose AML. But if you're getting an
Mm.
opportunity, always choose AML before anything else. That's what I say.
Okay, that's cool. So the
Yeah,
last
even
question,
you know
and
what? My WhatsApp
really,
status. I mean, my WhatsApp, that thing is there. No, under the WhatsApp thing about section, I always say that I prefer
yeah,
decision tree over binary trees. Why to solve a maze when I can
yeah.
solve a maze and all?
That's a really nice status, and hope our audience love that too. And they also update such, technical status about section in their WhatsApp. So yeah, having you in this rapid fire round, I just would like to be a spontaneous. Whatever you feel, just be spontaneous and just throw it off. So are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So your favorite programming language and why?
Obviously Java, because I told you, I guess I got to work with Java for a long time. Then I worked with Python. Although I am
Yeah.
from AIML domain, I worked with Pandas, NumPy, and all. With respect to DSA coding, Java is my favorite language.
Okay, that's cool. So, a book, movie, or resource that inspired your technical journey.
Okay,
It might be
technical
friend,
journey.
I guess.
I'm not. I do not read I do not read technical books and movies. Obviously,
Okay.
entertainment thing. I would never watch a technical movie. Maybe
Yeah.
I might watch sci-fi movies, but not a technical movie. And resources, I would say
Okay.
VIT itself is a good resource. VIT gave
Yeah,
so
that's true.
much of exposure that it worked as a catalyst for my technical journey.
That's true. Okay. So, third question, one project you would like to redo or improve.
I would say autism spectrum disorder only. I would like to
Okay.
do it.
Okay. Okay. What? No, that would be again a deeper thought that won't include into rapid fire. Okay.
Okay.
Forget that. Yeah. So fourth question, dream tech company to work with and why?
I always had a dream of going US doing MS. So for now, my dream is to do
Oh,
MS after working with Tekion. For like, I'll work with it
oh,
for as much long as I can, and then I will plan for further studies.
okay. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. And I hope I see you touching greater heights after doing your MS. You contribute way more than what we all would expect you to do in the field of AI/ML,
Yeah,
and you develop a really good chatbot as well. Which
which
can
will
be,
help you for
keep that in
exams.
mind that it should be helpful. Yeah, yeah,
For
sure, I'll
exams.
do.
Hope you loved watching the content which we created. Show your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Thank you.